Welcome back to Open Window Politics. Today we're going to be doing a prediction between the current governor of Kentucky on the Democratic side, that being Governor Andy Beshear, versus the current vice president on the Republican side, that being J.D. Vance. We'll be doing a hypothetical election prediction between these two candidates. You might notice the map before I called the swing states even looks a little bit different. Had a couple states that are normally in the likely red column, like Iowa, Ohio, and Texas, move to the lean. I think this is very realistic. Beshear would be a good candidate for Democrats to nominate. He's won in a deep red state, and I think if he can do that, he can certainly narrow things up in more competitive states and most likely win the swing states. So that is why I moved those three states from their likely to lean designation. Then I will start with the swing states now. We'll start with the first little district here in the state of Nebraska. That's going to be one more vote in the Omaha region, one more vote for Andy Beshear. Next up, we're going to get to the state of Nevada. I think that I would put that into the lean blue margin as well. This state, I think, will be a pretty easy one for Democrats to win back. They did lose every state except for the swing district there in Omaha in 2024, so I think that it would be a pretty good bounce back for them to be able to win Nevada, and I think that's a real possibility. I even am calling it by a lean margin, so I think it will be a decently sized victory. And then that means next up we're going to add a tilt rating, and we're going to head over to Wisconsin. Going to put that into the tilt. I think the state is a good hope, has some good chances for Democrats. There was the Supreme Court election in this state that saw Democrats earn roughly 60% of the vote to Republicans 40. They had a 20-point margin lead, which was a very impressive feat. So that is going to be a part of the reason why I'm going to call Wisconsin for the Democrats. And then next up, Arizona. Going to do the same prediction there in Arizona. I think Arizona will be narrow, but for now I'm going to put it into the tilt blue column. Like I said, Beshear is a good candidate, and I think he would do quite well. Biden was able to win Arizona as well, so very realistic. And then next up, we're going to head over to Michigan. Michigan, I'm going to put into the tilt blue margin as well. That means that Beshear is 2 electoral college votes away from the presidency, and I think that there is going to be some good news for the J.D. Vance campaign. I'm going to start by calling the state of North Carolina, since North Carolina and Georgia both have 16 electoral college votes. I'm going to call that one for J.D. Vance in North Carolina. However, in Georgia, I think it will have the opposite rating. I'm going to call the state of Georgia for the Democrat, Andy Beshear. That brings him across the finish line, 284. And then I think the news will get even better for him in the state of Pennsylvania. I do think this is J.D. Vance's best hope at winning a Rust Belt state, but if the other two Rust Belt states are voting together, I just don't see a very likely scenario where Pennsylvania votes red while the other two vote blue. I do think it is a possibility, which is why I'm going to have it in the tilt. But for now, that is going to be the final prediction. That leaves the Democrat, Andy Beshear, with 303 electoral college votes to the Republicans' 235 for J.D. Vance. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.